In the first 5 minutes of meeting each other, I can already tell he lied. The biggest lie was his height.
Who wanted to take the food, you or her?
We both didn't want it to go to waste. So I was like, do you want it? And she was like, all right, I guess I'll take it.
Food is
Yeah, I'd love to hear this.
an ick.
It has something to do for me, like financially.
He ate the whole pickle, guys.
Why do you keep taking the sushi off my plate?
Relax. I'm not gonna pay for everything.
You couldn't just ask though? That's rude. I'm not sharing food with somebody I just met. Like,
angry I was, but I just paid and I blocked him. I mean, he ate half my food. I'm so hungry. He ate half of my food. And when the bill came, he said, "You order food, you pay, and I'm gonna send you money back for my tea." He will not send me this money, and he ate half of my food, and I paid. And man say something about women using men just for food. Look at this, what's happening in the world. I mean, I was so angry. You have no idea how angry I was, but I just paid and I blocked him. I mean, he ate half my food. I'm so hungry. I'm going to a coffee shop right now to eat more. Jesus Christ, guys, grow up. Not like he actually bite little bit. He actually eat more than half of my meal. Oh, Jesus.
The man was hungry and men had to eat. What's happening? He ate the woman's food because she wanted to get with the guy. I'm happy that she met him halfway, but he said, "I'm gonna eat half your food." He ate half her food and made her pay the bill. Men are getting get back. Let's get into it.
why do you keep taking the sushi off my plate?
Relax. I'm not gonna pay for everything.
Okay, but that doesn't mean you could just take food off my plate. If you wanted that, you could have just ordered it. Or you could have even asked.
Yeah, but what the
You couldn't just ask though?
relax.
Like, you don't think that's rude?
I mean, I thought we would be sharing.
But like, when was that communicated that we would be sharing?
We definitely communicated that.
When did
Oh,
we
we did?
communicate that?
I mean, if it's sushi, I mean, it's just a public knowledge thing that you're just gonna share sushi.
It's a public knowledge thing that
Hell
sushi
yeah.
is shared?
I mean, yeah, like.
What?
Thinking out, I mean, at least from like, previous days I've been on, like, we've been sharing.
What?
I was sharing.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
don't
you
do
gotta
that?
communicate that.
You
No.
never done that?
No. No, I'm not sharing food with somebody I just met. Like, that's
Well, bro, you
crazy.
can take some of mine.
What the man said, he is right. He said, "I'm paying for it." He's right. He's paying for the food. Let that man have some sushi.
Real talk.
You look like you barely eating it. You trying to look cute right now. I'm telling y'all. She knows she eat more than that on a regular day. I'm going to press him. Eat one, wait 10 minutes, eat the next one. Trying to look cute. That man hungry. He shouldn't have bought it there. He should have went to a steakhouse, a cheap steakhouse. Oh yeah, if you did that, should have said, "Oh no, you better not take me to Applebee's. I'm not meeting you." So he took her to sushi, right?
I don't want to take some of yours. That's gross.
Mine
I
hits
don't.
harder than
Bro,
yours,
I don't.
That's not
What?
gross.
Mine hits harder.
If yours hits harder, then
just
why
wanna
are you
try
taking
it.
mine?
Just wanted to try it. I
Okay,
don't know
but
what's
that's like
big
the
deal.
third roll that you've taken.
It's
from
not
me.
the third row.
That's like the third
It's
piece
not
of
the third
sushi
row.
you've taken from me.
Now you're
Always complaining. I'm hungry.
we're stretching. It's not
I'm
the
not
third
stretching it.
Row. You said it was the third row. You think it's the third row? All right,
The
fine.
third
Fuck it.
piece.
I don't
Like,
have to
what?
take any of your shit.
You're. Oh my god, bruh. You're not getting the second date. I'm gonna just let you know that
That's
right
fine.
now. We can split the bill. I'm not
No,
doing this with
relax.
you.
Why are you like crashing out right now? It's
I'm
just-
not even crashing out, bro. You're crazy.
You're crashing on me over
Yeah, what's that big of a deal with it?
Sushi
yeah.
is shared.
I mean, yeah, like.
What?
Thinking out, I mean, at least from like, previous days I've been on, like, we've been sharing.
What?
I was sharing.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
don't
you
do
gotta
that?
communicate that.
You
No.
never done that?
No. Third roll that you've taken.
It's
from
not
me.
the third row.
That's like the third
It's
piece
not
of
the third
sushi
row.
you've taken from me.
Now you're stretching. It's not
I'm
the
not
third row.
stretching it.
You said it was the third row. You think it's the third row? All right,
The
fine.
third
Fuck it.
piece.
I don't
Like
have to take
what?
any of your shit.
You're oh my god, bruh. You're not getting the second date. I'm gonna just let you know that
That's
right
fine.
now. We can split the bill. I'm not
No,
doing this with
relax.
you.
Why are you like crashing out right now? It's
I'm
just-
not even crashing out, bro. You're
You're
crazy.
crashing on me over shit.
Yeah, I paid it over because I thought it was going to be a longer extended version, but it wasn't. But yeah, she is kind of crashing out. You're not going to get a second date. Like, you know what? My man should have made her stick to that. Said, cool. Got up and left. Oh, they said, I got to go to the bathroom. Whoop, right to the back door. I'm just saying. The way she's talking, she says, split the bill. Leave it with the whole bill.
Change the narrative of how terrible this date was. So story time about the guy who I went on a date with that ended up eating my leftovers the same night. Within the first 5 minutes of meeting each other, I can already tell he lied. The biggest lie was his height.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait.
I'm a 5'3" Bengali girl, I am tiny.
First of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
He wrote he was 5'8". He was shorter than me. And look, a lot of you guys can say, why does height matter? I don't know what you want me to say. I'm not attracted to guys shorter than me. And I'm just keeping it real with you. I have no interest. And because I have no interest, seeing that already pissed me off. Second, he was significantly younger in the photos that he posted online. When I saw him in person, I was like, he did not look like that. Whatever, I gave him the benefit of the doubt, still went on the date. I specifically remember we went to a Lebanese restaurant. He paid, but he said, take the leftovers home. And first of all, if you watch my content, if you follow me, you clearly see I post food content. So gee, what does that mean? I love food. I love leftovers. And especially if he's insisting to take it, I'm gonna take it. But see, you guys are fixating on the leftovers part. It gets worse. So we're just having a conversation and then he lights up a blunt. I'm not a smoker, I don't smoke weed. He got really high.
Hold on. He ate your food. The man had the munchies. She hasn't looked it up. She doesn't know. She hasn't watched any weed movies. I'm sure you watch How High. You don't know what happens when people get high?
At that point, I was like, oh my freaking God, he was my ride here. He got so high, he reached for a plastic bag, took out the aluminum foil container, opened the plastic cover, and started eating with his hands. He was munching it, not in a cute way. I made a reaction video about Vinesh from Indian Matchmaker. And you know the scene where Vinesh is just eating? And Mina's like, what the Vinesh is just munching and munching. That's exactly how it was. And then he was super persistent on taking me home. I said no. I said I'm taking an Uber. And then he offered to leave his car and take the Uber with me to take an Uber back home. And he knew he was going to get blocked after that because he kept on asking for validation if he was going to see me again. And I said, oh yeah, I'll see, I'm busy. I went home and blocked his ass. The same day I blocked him. I was so upset. I was so over and done with dating. And then another conversation struck up randomly with this guy who I went to high school with and I never spoke to. And a few years later, we're about to get married.
Ordered some sliders for the tables, and there was a couple sliders, and there was one pickle, like a big pickle that came with the sliders. He ate the whole pickle, guys. He ate the whole pickle. And that's when I got the ick immediately. And I'm like, there's not going to be a date 2 just because of this. Because that says so much about someone. Like, if there's one pickle and you're eating it, how selfish are you? So I literally called him out. You know what I said? I was like, were you raised an only child? Because, like, do you not know how to share? And, like, no shade to only children. I have a lot of friends who are an only child and know how to share. But I was just so shocked at this behavior. I'm like, even if you're going out with a friend and you're sharing a dish, why are you eating the only pickle? Like, I love pickles. But no, seriously, it's not about the pickle. It's about the principle of sharing and being aware of what the other person might be experiencing. The pickle is an analogy for life, people. Share your pickles, guys. It's a real ick.
This is criminal. I'm getting tired of the X. Share your pickles. Like, the man wanted the pickle. She's sitting there. The man is being a man. He's hungry. He don't got time to play. Right? You sitting around going, oh, I got an ick because he didn't share it. He doesn't know if you want the pickle. Seriously, I'm looking at you like she probably don't want that pickle. She's playing around with a sushi. Eating it. I was like, see, I can imagine. Or maybe she was scarfing the food down, but why didn't you open your mouth? Seriously, we need more of that. Open your mouth and tell us how you feel. I gotta sing this song. How does it feel? Like, tell them how you feel. Say it with your chest. You get on TikTok and say it with your chest. Guys, I'm telling you, face recognition. If any guys out there who's never watched me before, get an app. They probably have them on Google Play. They probably have it on the iStore, or you can find it on the internet. Search for something that can tell people's faces everywhere they are. It's needed nowadays because these ladies are off the hook. Look, she came off the date and made a TikTok. Got to keep track, my boy.
Taking
the
food
leftovers?
on your first date. On your first date with someone, leave the food.
Leave the food.
I have to agree.
All right.
But who wanted to take the food, you or her?
We both didn't want it to go to waste. So I was like, do you want it? And she was like, no. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll take it. So I took it. There were two separate packages, right?
Lauren, can you tell us why taking the food is
Yeah, I'd love to hear this.
an ick?
It has something to do for me, like financially. I think that leftovers, when you take leftovers, it's when you're like in a relationship. As a first date, you just eat whatever you want. And if there's leftovers, you can leave them there and then you can go your separate way.
So this lady is saying that to her, taking leftovers on the first date is an ick, and it's a sign that you're financially broke. I do know women don't like leftovers. I know that for a fact. Like, you can cook, and women just don't want to eat leftovers. They're so wasteful. You know, you been with them, they like to leave the light on, like to leave the water running, leave the TV running. They have no sense of money. Women, God just didn't bless women with a sense of money, right? But yeah, you know, at the end of the day, get out of here. If as old as she is, still talking about dating and she ain't married, like, get out of here. If I paid for it, I'm taking it home and eating it. I don't care. If I care if the girl take the go home back, like, who cares? Like, I spend my money. I want you. You know what I'm saying? Like, women are insane. These women are insane.
They are insane. And that's why men eating the leftovers. She said, leave the leftovers. The man is hungry. Men want to eat. She had the leftovers in the car. The man smoked a blunt. I would have smoked a blunt with her. Still, he knew the food was there. He ate the leftovers. You should have been smiling, right? The fact that she wasn't smiling, she doesn't like you. Like, oh yeah, I can't wait to get out of the car. Look, when they start talking like that, or you can sense that, you have to dismiss them right away. Let them dismiss themselves. They will. They can't help it. They
Flag for
automatically
me,
dismiss themselves.
Taking the
But let them dismiss themselves. They can't help it. They love talking. They automatically dismiss themselves. Let her leave your life early, my boy. Don't be a fiend.
At one time, I went on a date with a guy and he ate my food.
To make sure it's good for you.
taste my food and make sure it's good.
Make sure it's safe for you.
No, it's safe.
We need men in our life. We do need them. Men need women in our life. And that's how the world keeps going. We make babies because we both need each other. Women, we are not equal. We need to stop with that because I know me right now, hiring contractors, no women are showing up to do the job, to do the hard work. It is men that we need. They have muscle. They have the strength. They don't have the drama that we have going on. They don't have to deal with periods and dealing with emotions all the time. They're not dealing with all this. We need men and men need women. And we are not the same. And we need to stop pushing this agenda that we don't need men and we're so independent, because at the end of the day, we do need them. So please stop. Men don't find that attractive. And at the end of the day, you're saying that because you're seeking attention. You're seeking that you want a man. And I know this.
Yeah, they all want men. What it is, they want the man they want. I'm getting tired of it. They want the man they can't get. Every lady wants the man she can't get. And seriously, if I can't tell, if I'm a man and I'm single, and I can't tell how you look. Listen, there's a reason guys like girls when they just go to the store. They like girls when they just roll out of the house, go to the store because they can see them as they are. And ladies need to see us as we are. And more ladies need to understand that chivalry it's very dead. It's so dead. That's why men are eating women's food midday. And the guy that was taking the sushi, he was trying to be romantic too. He was trying to be smooth with it.
We need men in our life.
Wasn't really smooth, but he tried.
You hear me say I don't need a man because I do. And I don't just need a man for physicality, whether it be bills, fixing things. That's not the bulk of what I need a man for. I understand the role of a man. And it's sexy. A real man?
Go ahead, unpack that. What's the role of a man?
First of all, it's leadership. And when a man when he has the fruit of leadership successfully over his whole life, do you know how attractive that is? Even if he is a man that's not available to you, even if he's a man that is not compatible for you, to watch a man lead his life well, baby, that's encouraging. It's sexy. It's honorable. I love to see.
You heard? Yeah. Ladies, they can't help it. When you're doing your thing, and when it's natural, when it just oozes off you, right? Like it's cologne. Ladies love that. When you're not trying to be a certain way, you just are. And as guys are growing up now, guys have a hard time developing that because they can't even get in the game. But the thing is, this is the crazy thing. Guys are used to loneliness. Like all this talk with the male loneliness epidemic is like men are used to that. Let me tell you something. I was getting girls when I was in the States, and I was still lonely. I repeat, I was getting girls and I was still lonely because I was getting girls but didn't have a girlfriend because I couldn't have a girlfriend. I know a lot of you like, Jay, what are you talking about? Let me explain. A lot of ladies, they're one-nighters. They'll give it up to you in the first date. Like the video I made the other day, and that guy said he was trying to see if the girl was gonna bring him some chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side, but she let him smash the first day. He was giving her a second shot. So many ladies out there are first day queens. They can't help it. So the fact that they're first day queens, that's why I didn't have a girlfriend. As I said, I didn't go on dates for so many years. I didn't go on any dates. Not one date. I'm talking about it had to have been 5-6 years. When I was in relationships, I went on dates, but other than that, no. You can't. You're doing things for a lady, they don't respect it. Especially coming from where I'm from. And not even just, coming from the hood. It's like that even in the suburbs. It's even more like that in the suburbs. Girls just don't respect it. They don't know what it is. They don't respect it. Like when they say girls nowadays want a man, they give them money, they're trying to use a man. They're lying. Females are the biggest liars.
Clear.
That's the wild thing about that, right? Like girls are the biggest liars. They can't help it. They lie so much they didn't know they're doing it.
But if you have money and you're good looking and you're nice and you're attentive, then you'll have all the bitches and everyone will just love you because of who you are. And the money is the cherry on top.
But so let's say you're a guy and you don't have money. How do you pull it off then?
You said a guy that doesn't have money?
Yeah. Just like someone who has money but not enough to just like, I'm not saying me specifically because I feel like I'm doing all right, but for the people listening.
I understand. And what was your question?
Like how do they find success in the dating game if they can't, they can't pay even the $25 or $250 for the nails in Beverly Hills?
Don't date.
You think so?
I know so.
Yeah. That's kind of valid.
I know guys that can't afford to have girlfriends and they don't. And they still girls, but they don't really have girlfriends because they can't afford a girlfriend. If you can't afford a girlfriend, don't have a girlfriend. Why you want to be in a relationship with a girl and she has to struggle with you? That's terrible.
I know, but then I think about like girls like who's the lady who divorced Bezos and then became a billionaire. She was there before you had money.
I gotta say something about that, right? Because girls, listen, a lot of girls struggle love. I don't know why. Ever since Sprinkle Sprinkle became popular and ladies like that, now we have the hypergamy dating that's taken off, right? Because before it was get my thing on my own. Now it's all I need a man that got money. I need a man to pay this. I need a man to pay that. This has gotten out of control. But ladies like her have created the Sprinkle Sprinkle. She was on videos doing her thing for the longest time. But she's on a whole different plateau, these ladies out here, because yeah, she's 304, but these ladies out here are just lost. Straight up.
Crave a sense of control. Humans don't like the unfamiliar, and humans are wired to want to control things. But in this particular instance, I think it really relates to the disparity in like how relationships are formed modern day, and also why women are demanding so much more of men now. And I think that it's an amazing thing that women obviously like are making as much, if not more, money than men, and have a lot of like career, education, all this opportunity that historically women didn't have, because in those days we needed to rely on a man to have a sense of like a livelihood, essentially. So when you think about the traditional model of relationships, it's like women needed men to be the breadwinner, to provide for the household, to provide for the family. And so many men put their sense of self-worth in their careers and their ability to be the provider. And I'm not saying it's not important, but I am saying like a lot of men now are intimidated by boss women, essentially, because they're like, well, what can I offer her if not that?
Men are not and never will be intimidated. Men are frustrated. Men are frustrated with y'all thinking men are intimidated. I repeat, men are frustrated with you ladies thinking men are intimidated. Men are pissed off. The reason why a lot of you ladies came up is because they had to take the jobs from somebody to do it. But all men did was transition. Men transitioned, and the transition men make, which was very smart, was to not go so gun ho on school, and they went to work first, and it paid off. A lot of you ladies are going to pick that up and learn in the future. Then you'll start following, because right now, as far as I can see, people are paying in the wrong way. People are losing by paying for college and getting out and can't find nothing. Before that worked for you ladies, but now that's about to end.
Just the other day, I recently had a client, a female client. She asked me, Miss Anita, you know, men, they're not enthralled with women anymore. They don't approach in public. They don't chase women. They're not obsessed with women. They don't see our magic. Why do you think that is? And I responded, because we don't see our own magic. We spend so much time adorning the outside of ourselves that we have lost our ability to have inner magnetism, inner femininity, inner feminine power. Feminine power is not performative. It's not something that you have to put on. So between all of the BBL surgeries and the weaves and the wigs and the makeup and the lip filler, like you all think that is what femininity is. It is something deep down inside of you that every woman, I believe, possesses, but they never really activate, especially now in this modern day world. It is your intuition. It is your ability to nurture things like your babies and your plants and your pets. It is your softness. It is your knowing. And that is actually why men, they don't see that in women anymore. They see, really, if I'm being honest, they see themselves. You all have become a mirror to a man, and not in a good way.
Successful in this life, like really, really wealthy, you only need to do two things. All right, this is really simple. This is not a gimmick. This is what separates people making 10K a month from people making 500K to even $1 million a month, even if they're doing the same industry and niche. I'm not kidding. All right, so these are the two things you must do. Save this video, but watch it now. Don't watch it later because you won't. I know you. Number one, become extremely valuable or create something extremely valuable. And then two, create systems that scale around it. Let me explain number one. In order to generate a lot of money, you have to generate value. Business is value. Business is service or value in exchange for.
The reason why I play this video, guys, this is actually is the most important part of the video, because what she's saying is real. What she's saying is what I believe in. That's why I played it. Let me continue.
Money. In terms of, say, you're a breathwork coach, right? A breathwork coach could be really good at what they do, and they're valuable because they provide a transformation to someone. But the difference between a breathwork coach who maybe makes like 5K a month and one who makes like 200K a month is actually systems that scale. Systems that scale mean doing something that allows you to produce more money without giving more of your time, and instead setting up systems that will naturally bring the money up. One of the biggest systems you need is social media presence. You need mass amount of customers, and then you need a mass amount of systems to be able to hold and service those customers. In terms of an education or coaching business, what this means is if you have any skill and you do one-to-one service, if you can put it in a vehicle that sells without your time, like a course, or sell your time at a mass scale, like a course with a mass group mentorship, and provide as much value as possible, aka literally give your in this, make your product as valuable as possible so you can price it very premiumly, you will be able to make 50K, 100K to even 500K a month. It's actually endless. If you set up the right systems, it is endless. So if you develop a highly valuable skill, you can make millions of dollars from it, but you have to have the right systems. What are those systems? Let's recap. Large social media presence, or a way to generate a lot of clients. Why is social media the best scalable way to make more money? This one video could get me 500 clients, where some people are out knocking doors, calling, doing things, relying on word of mouth. One video, if you make it right, can get you thousands of customers.
So, guys, what she's saying is what a lot of guys need to learn. And I say this, right? Because right now, within the next 3-4 months, I'm going to have a lot of meetings. But what I'm going to do pretty soon, I'm about to put this all on video for you guys. So you guys have me going step by step on things. Actually, I have the videos ready. I'm just piecing it all together. And then from there, that's when I'm going to scale. And also, everything she's explaining, I'm going to teach as well, because a lot of guys need that. And I've went over that with some people. Some people I've met with, I talked about scaling. I talked about using things to make things easier for them, using systems. And that's what I teach. And what I'm about to do, I'm also going to teach how to use a system that's going to do everything for you. You can have agents doing things for you, and you don't need to hire anybody. You just need to pay for a service. But yeah, guys, it's all about working smarter and not harder. That's the way to freedom. And that's what I teach. That's why I've been over here in the Philippines for what? I know you guys are tired of me saying it, but this is real. I'm not lying to you. Other than that, thank y'all for watching. Peace out. See you next video.
Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.